Alright, so there are 3 exercises we need to familiarize ourselves with before we start attempting the sissy squat. We're going to start with the least obvious, a hamstring liftoff. It's important we have strength surrounding the entire knee joint, meaning the quad and the hamstring. So we're going to enter a half kneeling position with one knee down and one leg standing in front. You're going to want some sort of padding to protect the knee, and we can use a dowel for balance support. From here, it's very important we put the pelvis in the right position, so tuck that tailbone forward, squeeze the glute, you're going to point the toe, and you're simply going to squeeze the hamstring to lift that heel as close to your butt as you can. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds. Usually best to do a few sets of 3 to 5 reps. Let's get into the more obvious muscle at hand here, which is the quad, with a Poliquin step down. I like to use a slant board for these, but really anything that elevates your heel will work. So standing with one leg firmly elevated here, I'm going to let my knee bend and drive over the big toe. I'm simply going to tap the heel on the floor with a straight leg and stand back up straight. You'll absolutely feel this drive the quad. After this, we can build strength in both quads simultaneously through full knee flexion with a cycle squat. Again, we need to elevate the heels. You can hold a weight and add resistance in a goblet position, and we're going to stay as upright as possible as we drive the knees forward, attempting to sit onto your heels and then all the way back up. Depending on the load, you will want to do a few sets of around 8 to 12 reps. To begin your sissy squat progression, we will essentially attempt to do the cycle squat without the obstacle lifting your heels, right? So we'll be on the toes. You can use, again, a dowel for balance support, and we're going to try to perform that sissy squat by pushing the knees forward, sitting straight onto the heels, coming right back up. If we're ready for a little extra, again, elevate the heels. We're going to come all the way down, and now attempt to touch one knee. Back into the squat, all the way up. We can do the other side. The hardest part about this is really keeping your balance and keeping everything engaged. Once we're done there, we can go for both knees, right? Full squat, touch both knees, back into the squat, all the way up. Next, we can use obstacles to partially block the range for our sissy squat here. Now, when we're performing the sissy squat, very important, the upper body starts to travel back and try to stay level with the femurs. We tap the knees on the blocks, we come back up, and finally we can progress to the full sissy squat.